Hello, everyone. Welcome to Heartlines. This is our space where we discuss everything relationship and love. And I'm your host, Franca. Tonight on the show, I have two amazing people. I have Chente Okoli and Precious Orden. Precious, how you day? How are we
Fine. Good
doing?
evening.
Good evening. How is
Amazing.
Port Harcourt? How are we
That was
doing?
why is Lagos so
Lagos is cold. I don't know what's happening. Chente, are you with me on this one? Oh? Weather for two.
that was cold too.
I'm
See me now
telling
with black
you,
long
I'm
sleeve.
telling you, like Lagos is so cold.
Lagos is so cold. Everybody just
The
hugging
same
pillow.
thing.
Everybody just hugging pillow.
At least hold something.
Hold something. Gente, there is something there.
Yes, hot tea.
What? Oh my God, Chente will not kill me. Chente is the one that will drive me out of Lagos. He's in our hot tea. Chente, how far now? What's going on with the
I
boys?
do.
What's going on with the
This week
boys?
has been a lot, actually.
Okay.
Navigating Lagos can be crazy sometimes,
All
but
the time, not
I'm grateful
sometimes.
that do you understand? I'm just grateful that it's TGIF. You know,
In fact, I was
yeah.
feeling that way today. I was like, oh, thank God it's Friday, party.
Do you
I'm
get?
telling you. I'm
That's
telling
how I
you.
was feeling. Okay, so, but I'm sure that we have some people at home who are eager to hear what we're discussing today. And so the conversation we're having today is Fridays are for sex. So we're asking a question: do men and women want sex for different reasons? I want sex therapy in the house.
Hmm.
What you say, what you say. I want to hear
Well,
because
the answer is yes.
so let's not see. Most times, what we think we know, and that's what everybody thinks. Sometimes it's not it all.
I
Yeah,
Because
agree.
but
yes, no,
yes.
Precious,
But
you know why I
going
say
to
that?
dissect,
No, Precious, you know why I say that? Whether you like it, because there's this notion that men sex is just physical for men, and then for women is emotional.
Mm-hmm.
But trust me, there's so
it's
many
much more than
things.
physical for men.
But that's the saying everywhere that for men there's no feelings attached. It's
Yeah.
just physical. That's why they are randy. That's why they are promiscuous. Do you understand? That's what everybody says, and that's one of the reasons why we're asking: does sex mean? Is sex different for men and women? Generally, everybody will say yes because in this part of the world, it's okay for men to sleep around because it's nothing to them. That's what it is. Because and they say it's wrong for women to sleep around because they are more emotional when it comes to sex. So the reason why men are able to sleep around because there are no emotions. That's the narrative. So let's be
But
careful
that's not
to.
what's going on.
Sorry?
That's not what's going on. Have they seen the women out there and what they are doing?
What are they doing? What are the women doing? Don't scatter this table. Don't scatter this
Anyway, so
table.
the answer is yes. There are some similarities and there are some differences. But
Okay.
like you said, we concentrate mostly on the differences without looking at what they have in common.
Okay.
They can do it differently, have sex for different reasons, but
True.
there are also the same reasons why men and women can decide to have sex. So I'm happy that we're talking about it because we're going to talk about all of the reasons and possibly how to help you spot them.
We're listening.
Oh, okay. So we've stated that what the most people in the world say is men want sex just for the physical reasons and there are no emotions attached, while women are, want sex for emotional reasons. Now, it's not just that. So I'll talk about the differences first, and then inside the differences, I will bring, rather not the differences, the reasons. Then inside the reasons, we'll spot the differences and the similarities.
Okay.
So why do men want sex? Physical reasons, yes. But instead of physical reason, what I prefer to call it is physical desire.
Okay.
It makes more sense. If the man does not desire the woman, it's not just so when they say physical, they forget that there are so many other things that can be attached to the word physical. It's a physical desire. The man can like you but not desire you.
Okay.
So physical desire is a reason. It's usually a very strong physical desire.
Okay.
Yes, we understand that it's driven by hormones, it's driven like testosterone and the rest, but physical desire is the first one. The next one is for stress relief.
Okay.
So men can just want to relieve stress instantly. So they are undergoing stress, pressure, and they want to have sex. Then we have the ego boost, which is the one that as they knock the babe like this, they go tell their friend, you see that babe or that guy where she do, if you see as a tumble her for bed. So they use it to hype themselves up.
Validation.
Then we have for intimacy. There are men who also have sex because they want that intimate connection. Sometimes all of these reasons can be put together inside one woman. They will join all these things together. Now, these are the most of the main reasons why men want sex.
Okay, so Precious, I need to ask you a question so that we don't forget. So, you mentioned physical desire. Do you understand the physical desire? That is majorly one of the reasons why men want sex. Now, can you please explain the difference? Can you please explain what physical desire is and physical want is?
Okay, so so let me put it this way. A man sees a woman and he desires her, and you'll be there saying, but she not be in spec. You don't know what his desire is. At that point in time, it might be the way she carried herself, it might be her height, it might be her color, and desire is so strong that it can look like want. So he would do it and move on, and you'll be like, but he wanted me, he desired me. No, he just wanted to, for that moment, that is what he was physically strongly attracted to. Now, desire and want go hand in hand because they can help each other. When desire's fuel is burning low, want can help to ignite it. If you want something, you will tend to keep it around for, you try to keep it around for a long time. Desire can increase and decrease. So sometimes as women, we say, oh, do you know when they pursue me before? The moment he had me, he know they too pursue me like that again. Or even the way when they pursue the woman, she can not give him green light and he will reduce in the way he's pursuing. The desire has reduced.
Okay, so that means, can we say physical desire and physical pleasure, they are the same thing?
They work hand in hand because you need to desire before you experience pleasure.
Okay.
As it has to do with sex.
But guess what? But is the so desire, so physical desire and pleasure go hand in hand, because from desire it goes to pleasure. But at the end of the day, your pleasure is because of what you see physically.
Yes. What you
so what you see physically, I see. So at the end, so we can just say both of them mean the same thing: physical desire and physical pleasure. Okay, spotted.
Yes.
Okay, that's fine. So why do women want
sex? Top of the list, emotional connection. So they want to feel connected to someone. They want to feel inside of that person's space. Another reason is they want to feel loved. Oh, I think he'll be able to show me how much he loves me. As I sleep with him, I understand that he loves me very well. Then women also feel physical pleasure because it's not just about the emotional aspect. I mean, they are going to be touching your physical body. You must like it for you to continue wanting to do it.
No, because I think you must like. No, but wait, Precious. You know why I say people confuse this thing? Whether you like it or not, physical pleasure. If a woman does not like you physically, she must like you physically before it goes into emotions and blah blah blah. So I think so I think what we're trying to say is men might not feel anything for you. They might just like what they see.
Yes.
But women would like what they see and now begin to develop feelings.
Not all even develop the feelings. So
Exactly.
because like I said, women now don't they do waiting past men.
Yeah, because
In
I
They are
know
fact,
now
women. I know women who see a guy and say, "Oh, I like sleep with that guy."
point and kill.
in
Yes, so
fact, so recently, right?
Okay,
In
so
fact,
wait,
this
wait.
one, because I
Chente, no,
felt
so
like
before you go on, Chente, sorry, before you go on, Precious, so I want to believe that you're done. Let Chente take the female aspect and then tell his story. So, female, you're going to share your
yes.
story and then explain the women aspect of sex. What they like, what they want in sex.
share which
Okay.
story.
You're trying to share something.
Okay.
In recent
Yeah.
times, yes,
You
you
said
can
in
give
Okay,
fact,
us
you were
so
saying in fact, you wanted to share a story.
yes.
Okay.
So in fact, right, you know that thing that guys used to do then, like you chop this girl, you will now be telling your fellow guy, yeah, I don't chop this girl. In fact, I have seen more women do it these days. Like, I
yes,
don't
so
chop this girl.
Chente,
Do
what
you
are you
understand?
doing? Chente, what are you doing in that circle?
I have no now. See, I be sex therapist now. I dey join sex conversations now.
Okay,
I don't
so
be sex therapist.
okay,
So
so
literally, I have seen a lot of women say things like, "Guy, I don't chop that guy well."
uh-uh.
Like, do you understand? And I'm like, how the dynamics have changed. I love it. You
exactly.
get like, do you understand? So I would say right now. I totally agree with what Precious actually said, right? That there are differences and there are also similarities. And I think that they are interlinked to each other because
Yes.
we can say some of the similarities are emotional connection, intimacy. I mean, both parties want this, these things. But now for the differences, and in those differences, I would say that some of these differences are like social conditioning. Do you understand? And when I mean
Environmental
that, I mean
factors.
for men, it felt like it's been taught that, to show some form of performance or like proof of masculinity. Do you understand? Like to show that they perform, I'm active, or to show some
No go
some
die
proof
for active
like,
service.
do you understand? Or to show some proof of masculinity, to show that they are actually capable of doing these things, right? Then I feel like for women, there is a societal conditioning that has to do with, for emotional connection, sometimes for safety, for security. Do you understand? For security, for for some form of emotional connection, right? But as I said, there are similarities and there are also differences. Do you
Yeah.
understand? Yeah.
So basically, what we have established now is that sex for men and women are almost the same thing. So I want to believe,
Yes.
Yes.
so I want to say that it's the same thing. It just depends on the individual. And why I say it is
And the
that
circumstances.
individual
Yeah.
circumstance, because why I
Circumstances,
say that
exactly.
is there are women who get into sex because of the physical pleasure,
Yeah.
some emotional desires, intimacy. So it is the same thing for the man and for the woman. And guess what? There's this. I was having this conversation with someone yesterday that the women don't speak about certain things doesn't make the numbers for the men higher. That's just what you know. If you really now
Exactly.
do a survey where people can speak without being identified, you'll be shocked that the women are the ones who actually do it more for physical pleasure.
I
Yes.
agree.
Do you understand?
You just see somebody and you say, this one is tall, make a how him go
You
be.
see, the exact
Do you
thing
Now
that
this one
understand?
get
the
broad chest,
exact
how him go
thing
be.
When I
women
say
do.
thing go long, Not so.
Chente, if I blow you, Chente, if I
Na
blow you.
so now, na so.
But
This
no,
one be like say e go dey take like 4 hours. Make I try am.
do you understand? But let me explain. Let me say something. Because so the number of women we have in the society, and with the number of people who actually has turned this into business. Do you understand what's going on? Trust me, it is no longer about, they say, because you will be somewhere and women walk up to you. In fact, somebody was telling me that he sat down. These guys are in their 50s. They sat down, young girls in their early 20s, walked up to them to say, why are you guys sitting down alone? Are you guys shy? As in, true story. So,
Yeah.
I get that, okay, fine. Those ones, they might not be attracted to the guys, but it's about money, not pleasure. For those ones, it's about money, not pleasure. But whether you like it or not, I don't even think that those girls, okay, it's possible. But would they actually just go and meet men if they don't like the men? Or they don't find them attractive just because they feel they have money?
Yeah, they have to like now.
Exactly. So my point
Go show
is...
for face. Because squeezing face, it go show.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So whether you like it or not, I personally would say that the numbers, if we check, are almost the same when it comes to ranking. Do you understand? Top of the list, bottom of the list, not the same thing. In fact, right now, I don't think women are so... Yes, women... And you know, women pretend a lot. Sorry to say that.
We have to keep quiet now.
You
Let
understand?
men feel like women.
Exactly. I feel women
Yeah.
pretend a lot. So that part of when you say intimacy, this, that, some of them not lie. But I don't know, sex therapies, am I lying? But I just feel a lot of it
No,
not
you're
lie.
not. You're not.
A lot of
And
it
it's
not
because
just
of
lie.
our upbringing. One is because of our upbringing. Two is because,
Exactly.
truth be told, most men cannot stand to hear the sescapades of their women.
Exactly.
It hurts their pride in a way that we cannot explain.
Where,
Damn.
to the point where the women have to hide their body count.
Okay, so
African
last
men
weekend
left
I
the
was in a
box.
conversation with a couple of friends and we're talking. Somehow it got to body count. And we had married people, in that forum. And one of them said, that the last time the issue of body count came up, that her husband did not talk to her for like 2.
Okay, so he didn't know her body count before they... Okay, he didn't know her body count before they got married.
No, she just, just made him feel like, okay, it's not so much. So that day, why mouth? Why mouth?
Change
There's
it.
nothing you know.
Change it. He says it's not so much.
Only for,
Change it. Be careful. This is not so much. Precious, what was the number?
only for her to give her body count. No, the man now, she now said, okay. He now said, let me just actually, even the one I told you I lied, let me tell you my real number. So he told her a higher number. And she said she did not know how her facial expression was. And the man was like, this facial expression, what do you mean? Oh, yeah, tell me your own. And she was like, okay, oh yeah, now since you say, she did not even tell him all. She just told him because they dated, broke up for like 2 years, came back together, dated again before they now decided to be exclusive. Then they now got married. So she just told him the one of the very first time that they started the relationship.
Precious,
And
please
it
stop.
was still higher than the one
Jesus,
that
in 2 years, that lady, in 2 years.
it was still higher than the one. And then it was like, you have to tell me who these people are. Are you in contact with them? Who do you still chat with among them? Who do you still see among them? So like, Sana, you bring up this conversation. Why are you not making it look like after we became exclusive and got married, I did not do all of those things? But before then, yes, the same way, we were not virgins when we got married. You are the one that brought up the issue of body count. So, chest time, you be man, chest the revelation where you don't collect. So really, we find out that women are now more experimental as it has to do with sex.
But really,
women have learned to keep their emotions one corner.
Okay, but really, this body count thing, why is it a problem? Because the truth
Chente
is...
has to answer this question.
No, but why is it a problem for the men? Because the truth is, if it's a problem for the men, it should be a problem for the women as well.
The thing
The
is that,
people
see,
that they are sleeping with,
it's an ego thing. It's an ego thing, to be honest.
Then why
It's
are you
an
wanting
ego
to
thing.
compare
So I think I should rephrase what I mean. Body count, let me tell you, if I'm speaking with a guy that maybe I want to have something to do with, or something, and you tell me your body count is 100, and I know I don't go there because it just clearly tells me you're a flirt. Sorry, that's how I see it. Same way, and I'm not judging. Sorry, this is me because
Of
I
course.
know I want peace of mind. Do you understand? So
Yeah.
if you tell me your body, but I would appreciate you being honest, because if I see
Being
that you're
honest.
honest and you tell me, oh, your body count is 200, but that you give me your words that that was then, not now. So there are two different things. If you tell me before I met you, your body count 200, it not concern me you understand, who you don't date, but I'll be worried because for me, that's a red flag. But if you now tell me that, oh, that was there, make it not be like, say, I not give you benefit of doubt. Do you understand? But I know
Yeah.
myself. I'm going to do detective work.
Women are detectives now. We'll find out.
You know, I go to do detective work wey no dey necessary. I know at this point I don't want to get high BP on top of my matter. So I would rather just stay away. Do you understand? But now the same thing, what I'm even trying to say is the same reaction I get for male body count is the same reaction I will have for a female body count. Because I go they look you, they say, how you take do am? Do you get my
How you
point?
then navigate?
You do understand? If get they tell me say her body count na
Men
500
want their own body count to be 500 and women own to be
to 2.
20.
To be 2.
20 say too much. I don't understand. What
2,
happened
2,
2, 3?
2, 2.
2. They will tell you that the one that slept with you first, and maybe the person they snatched you from. Just
Can you
those.
imagine? You
But
can't
And
really,
we
take what you
agree.
are
It's too, sir. It's
what
too
you are
much.
actually dishing
so
out.
my problem is, why can't they take what they dish?
It's an ego thing now.
Because it is the same problem.
Uh,
These same men will boast about sleeping with different girls, and then if their wife tell them say they're not, they try for house, it becomes a problem. You understand? You're sleeping with various girls. You think you're a star, and then your wife at home tells you, "Okay, you know they perform, or this thing, you know they do and well." It becomes a problem.
Because do you know? Because I've actually been asking that question. You see a man that has been a philanderer, like that is cheating back to back in his marriage. But once the woman just cheats once, and this woman will be forgiving that man, forgiving her, she will still be in that marriage, be forgiving that man. But once that woman just say let her go outside, the whole family members have heard it, and family members will now
yes.
still back her up, and or they will now still back the man up and be
Amen.
saying that a woman is the one that holds the home, you should leave. I'm like, hey God, this country, what have we turned
No,
it
but I've
into?
spoken to a few men. In fact, I spoke to a great guy. I had a conversation with him. It was a very good conversation, playing it back in my head in retrospect. And the guy said, it would be stupid of my wife not to think I stay away for 6 months and I'm not sleeping with someone. That's what he said. But that he also knows that he doesn't want to know, but it would also be stupid of him to say if she cheats, she's going home. That for crying out loud, he's cheating and then she cheats. They're going to deal with it. She's not going to go home to her mother's house. Because that's you being, you understand, double standard. I dey cheat. And I think it's okay. The same reason I'm giving for cheating, because I'm away. You understand? We're not together, long distance and all that, relationship and all that. The reason I have is because my wife is not here and I did stressed and everything. Meanwhile, the wife is with the kids. She not a day stressed. So she can't cheat. He now said he would take it in good stripes. That's what he said. And I'm like, coming from a man who has done well for himself, do you understand? That's applaudable, because not all men think like that. You understand?
Yeah.
Not all men think like that. But in all honesty, that's indirectly an open marriage.
Yeah.
The
That's indirectly
technicality is just too much.
yes, that's technically, that is just an open marriage, which is why Sajo is always like, we need to be careful of the things we approve unknowingly. Because when you do that, when you start that, oh, he cheats and I do it once and then it's okay, we'll talk about it and then we'll move on. It would happen the first time, it will happen the second time. It would only stop happening if we both agree not to do it.
Yeah.
That's what it is. And I honestly want to understand why there has to be cheating in a relationship.
I also
Why?
don't understand it, but unfortunately it happens.
It happens, you know. But like they said, for different reasons. My point here is, if we have established that is a lie, that is, so in fact, if you dig further, you will know that it's just biology and psychology that informs these things. Do you understand? Biology, psychological, community, or environment. That's basically it. What the environment, the society has, said about whatever it is. Because the truth is,
I agree.
in this society, it's okay for men to just see gay and like gay. It's okay for girl to sleep with married man. That's what informs the sex that they have outside marriage. If it was somewhere, if it was somewhere else where you don't, there's no I'm looking for a better word, where they don't there's no sex trade, those things won't happen. But apparently it's becoming rampant everywhere. Everywhere you go now, there are girls who are ready to. It's a very, I think it's the longest business so far.
That's time.
So yes, as far back as it's been there, So really, we have established that whether you like them or not, now the same reason when there's no difference when it comes to sex between the man and the woman. They don't go into it for different reasons. Maybe at that point, it's okay. So at that point, maybe the woman is going into it because she needs some form of emotional balance. But the man is going into it because, oh, I like this girl, her shape. Do you understand? Because at different times, there are different reasons why they indulge in it.
Yes, and even at the different stages of a relationship.
Yes.
So when they first meet, their reasons can be different. But the longer they stay together, the more their reasons align. And gradually, it goes into when they now want something long-term or they want to establish a family. They now start having sex because they want to have kids. So the dynamics of the relationship will determine the reason for the sex that they will be having.
Okay, so but why? So I think there's an importance. I think there's this importance to sex which is why it can break a relationship. Do you get my point? Do you get what I'm trying to say? So there's this importance people attach to sex. That's why it is strong enough to break a bond, break a marriage, and destroy a relationship. So what is that thing about sex?
For whatever reason, it seems to be the...
Chente, we can't hear Precious. Chente, can you say something?
Yes. Okay. So, is she back? Okay.
I think her network is fluctuating.
Yes, I think
because
so.
whether you...
Precious, you need to start. Precious, you need to start all over again. We didn't hear anything. Precious, you need to start all over again. We lost you.
Her network is
dragging, yes. Okay, so Chente, you were about to say something. When she comes back, we would ask her to repeat what she said.
Okay, so I feel like it is the intimacy that is involved, to be honest. It is the connection. Okay, Precious, are you back?
Yes.
Okay, so Precious, you were saying something. We didn't hear you.
Yes, I was saying that it doesn't matter your religious background. Sex is something that has been termed sacrosanct, sacred, the
Exactly.
ultimate giving of oneself
To another.
Someone you say you love or you want to spend the rest of your life with. And so it is termed absurd that you now want to carry this sacred gift and be sharing as candy to everybody.
Kezaya, Ineke.
Ineke, Kezaya. Chente, leave me, oh. Precious, you were saying something.
So
Leave Chente.
that's how they attach to it. And what they've started watering it down. That's why now people don't really care so much. They just say, I can have fun until I'm married, before you can now say, oh, let this thing be sacred. Let it just be between the two of us. Don't cheat on me, I won't cheat on you. But this sharing of body is just for the two of us. That's the way it's supposed to be. Yeah. I mean, some things should just be between the two of you. That's what differentiates your relationship from every other relationship that you have.
No, but
you love your
Precious?
Parents, but you don't sleep with them.
No, but Precious,
you love your kids.
No, your
Precious.
No, Precious is that you can't even begin to say that. It's not about, because you love even the people you don't hate. As far as they're mainly family members, you can't sleep with them. In some cultures, but in other cultures, it's this is because of our culture. Some people actually marry. I know, I've heard of siblings sleeping with each other. Right.
Yes.
I've heard of cousins. I've heard of cousins getting married.
Ancestry now.
Yes.
You understand? So it's just our culture. So that's not.
So I don't think. I feel like it has to do with the exclusiveness, right? It's the fact that it is both of us inside this thing. And again, there is medical reasons to it actually. There is the idea of, if you go outside and go and sleep, you don't know what this person have, or who this sexual or how many partners this person actually has. You don't know what they're actually carrying. So I think there are medical reasons. There is the religious side to it. The fact that is meant to be two of you in this, husband and wife in this. Do you understand? So I think it's just the exclusiveness that comes with relationship, that it feels like when you go outside, you have broken something. Do you understand? Like, it's like maybe you have broken a trust, you have broken something that is sacred, the exclusiveness of that relationship. Do you understand? And it's combined. As I said, there's the religious aspect, there is the medical aspect, there's the societal aspect. There's a lot of things involved.
Tracy, I don't agree with you based on the things that are happening. But let's quickly go on a break. When we come back, I'll share my thoughts about what you said.
Stay tuned. Heartlines will be right back.
This season on Heartlines, we're committed to making a difference in people's lives. So Heartlines, in partnership with Veda Consult, is offering 12 free slots of counseling every quarter for people in need of professional counseling. Additionally, we're taking on 2 pro bono cases for individuals navigating a challenging divorce. To participate, please send an email to counsel@vedaconsult.com with your story. Our team will carefully review all submissions and will contact all the shortlisted candidates. Heartlines is live Mondays to Fridays at 10 p.m, so engage with us.
Thanks for staying with us on Heartlines.
Okay, so please note that you can share your story with us via our WhatsApp number 081 90384663, or call in to join in the conversation on 0702500779, or 07014242420. And please remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel at Official Upgrade TV. Okay, so Chente, before I went on the break, you shared something which ideally ideally is right, but this is why I don't agree. Now, one person is feeling bad because the person feels that you have broken a bond, right? And that you have shared something that you guys share with someone else. And then maybe the medical aspect of it. But guess what? If that's the reason, the men who also break the bond don't feel bad about it. Do you understand? So a man is sleeping with someone and knows that he has broken the bond. He knows this medical thing. He knows there's the sacred part of it, the religious part of it. And he knows he's doing all that. And he's okay, he continues to do it. And then the wife does it once, and she has broken that bond. That bond was already broken.
Yeah.
Do you understand? So for the
Yes, I
men,
agree.
there's something. So for the men, you're doing something. If it is that wrong, why are you doing? Because if you cannot forgive your wife for doing it, then why are you doing it?
Sometimes I feel like it is lack of self-control.
Okay.
Do you understand? Like sometimes I feel like, because again, there is something that comes with you or your body wanting to do something, and there is you saying, because of my commitment or because of my marriage or because of my relationship, I would have to, or I would not do it. Some people do not have that type of self-control. Sometimes it is this idea of, I don't know whether to say patriarchy or misogyny, or do you understand? Like the idea that it's okay for me to do it, and when you do it, it's now, do you understand? Like, because you are the one. Again, remember that I said something, because the woman is the one that is meant to keep the home together. She's meant to be the one to, to arrange, to hold everything together. I mean, I've literally heard elderly women or elderly mothers advising their daughters that are in marriages that, if your husband cheats on you, just stay. Do you understand that at the end of the day, he will do everything and he will still come back? Like, as if, like, you staying there is like a trophy. So I think sometimes it's like the trauma that has been passed down through generations to generation. Like, it's okay for a man to cheat, and then when a woman does, it's a bad thing. We know that this exclusivity, we know that it is important in this marriage. Both of us know it. We know it.
Okay,
So
so but
why is it
really,
that,
okay,
okay,
so but really, if what we say that women, the reasons why men want sex is, men and women want sex for different reasons. So the men want sex because they're for physical pleasure, more physical pleasure. And then the women want sex because of the emotional intimacy, for emotional reasons and intimacy, right? If that is the reason why both genders want sex, then it's fair to say that when you have broken the trust of the woman, she no longer wants sex with you because there's no intimacy. We should still feel that intimacy knowing that you have broken that trust.
Precious, what do you think?
It's Precious with us.
Hello? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Yeah.
Precious, can
I
you
think our
hear us?
network is,
I don't think
I
Precious
think
can
our
hear
network
us.
is bad.
I think her network
Yeah,
is
yeah.
bad.
Okay,
Yeah.
the end of the question.
Okay, so Precious, what I'm saying is we have established the fact that we said that the reasons why men want sex, top of the list is for pleasure, for physical pleasure, right? Same way we have said that
Yeah.
the reason why women want sex is for intimacy and emotional connection. There? Precious, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Now, is it
Yes,
fair?
yes, I can.
So it is right to say that when that bond is broken by the man, the woman will no longer be interested in having sex with the partner because that bond is broken. The whole emotional connection might no longer be there, and the intimacy and all that. So is it fair to
Yes.
say the woman will no longer want sex with her husband?
It's fair because if that's what she wants, and if she's not getting it, then why is she there?
Okay. Okay.
Because
So,
it's going to just make her unhappy.
okay. So you know why I'm saying this? A lot of people say women, they go into sex because of their emotions. They are more emotional when it comes to sex. That when a woman sleeps with a man, is because she has strong feelings for the man. Right? That's the narrative.
Yeah, that's what. Yes, that's
Good.
the narrative.
Good. So when that man has broken the bond, she's upset. Does she still have emotion? Does she still feel the way about the husband?
No, the feelings will change. And once she feels hurt, betrayed, or even the reason why she wants the sex is being taken away from her,
Okay.
then of course she will not want him anymore.
Okay.
It's just that women have been conditioned to overlook lots of things.
Okay.
But really, if we were to behave like ideal human beings, you wouldn't want a man who does not give you the emotional connection that you desire during sex. You wouldn't want a man who is not giving you the intimacy that you want during sex. Let's even look at sex as practical as it is. Most men will not even bother with foreplay. Meanwhile, that is what the woman wants. Before you know, when the man won't touch body, the woman will say, I'm tired. I have headache. Because in her head, she's like, you will not even take time to do foreplay. Your own now, open leg, enter.
Plug in.
You will not even find out if I'm ready. So there's going to be a disconnect. And she will be unhappy.
Okay. In fact, I saw there's this lady, this worry lady, I think 2 days ago. She posted a video where she said that women in her community, information reaching her is that women in her community are complaining that the men do not indulge in foreplay. They just come like horse and bagang, 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 bagang. Say not be so. The women are complaining. She said, no, to say, if possible, say, go there, touch her body, make everywhere wet, make everywhere, you know. And I was just smiling because she said it was a complaint from the ladies in her community. So I think that is a major problem.
Yes.
If men know that, oh, women are emotional about this thing, that this is why they want it, this is what it is, because we all say, oh, men, for men it's just physical pleasure, that's why they go into it, blah blah blah. But I don't see the men doing anything to satisfy the women or being intentional, because a lot of men don't care. If not that people have started complaining, I mean, a lot of men do not even bother in certain things. They just go plug in and plug out.
Yes.
That's what they do. So, really, I personally don't think, again, that the genders want sex for different reasons. At a particular time, maybe because today, even with your spouse or your partner, today is not about intimacy. Today is physical pleasure. It happens.
It keeps changing. Yes,
It keeps changing. Today, if you just be say body get as they be, the hormones are saying you should do. Tomorrow, if you be like, hey, this is my husband, I don't marry you for how many years, I still like you, shall make we do. So there are different reasons at different times, you know. And I think both reasons are the same with both genders. I would say that it doesn't mean anything. It's a different, for it is, I would say that for an individual, it depends on their mood, what they're thinking at that time, you understand, and what they want. Because I've also seen women who are loyal, who have never cheated on their husband, fantasize about someone who is chasing them. like a want,
Yes.
but they just know that they cannot do it. In fact, the
In
women
their
they
minds,
don't
they
strip.
feel it's here.
In their mind, they
Yes.
have stripped the guy. They've even had sex. You understand? But for a dream, which is what men do as well. So, but what would you guys advise regarding this? Chente,
Regarding
the whole sex ideology towards men, towards women, what needs to be done properly? How do we correct this notion that, women are not women don't get into sex just for physical pleasure? It's not always
yeah,
about it.
so
There's supposed to be a change in the narrative that's been sent around, because trust me, people do it for different reasons. And I know that there are some marriages that the women are sleeping with their husband for sleeping sake, not because they derive any pleasure, not because they are in love with the men, not because they're just doing it
Sometimes
because
yes,
it's a duty
to fulfill their
or
marital rights.
righteousness. Yes.
yes.
So what would you guys
So
advise?
I would say that whether we want to agree to it or not, both men and women value intimacy.
Okay.
Both men and women value emotional connection.
Okay.
The degree to which they value it can be different.
Yes.
Both men and women experience physical desire.
Okay.
Both men and women experience physical pleasure. I'm saying it so that men can hear and understand. As it is sweet you, that's how it's supposed to be sweet the woman.
Precious, I beg, leave me this evening, I beg. Because the way you be like saying you ready for this topic, the way you the dish amount, the way you talk it be like saying
I know,
you came with an agenda.
I hear a lot of complaints, and sometimes it's as simple as, so I see some married couples, and you hear the woman, they were having sex before they got married, and you hear the woman say, he doesn't do it the way we were doing it when we were dating.
The man all old.
And they talk of new marriage, 1 year, 2 years, 3 years.
Please, what did they say changed?
He doesn't take his time anymore. He used to worship my body before. Now he doesn't anymore.
Don't they pay school fees?
The woman don't they take care of pikin.
I'm just telling you the excuses. I'm just telling you the excuses they give.
So as it sweet you, that's how it's supposed to sweet the woman.
But guess what? Don't they take time?
During courtship, you want the woman to be on top. You marry, you say in her life she's on top. She wants to rule your destiny.
No, but
so
another thing. But another thing, Chente, another thing, don't you think that most of the problem is with these things is with marriages is because when the men start having sex outside, they are used to those girls pampering them because those ones are doing it for money. So those ones do all the work. So when they come home, they just expect that their wives too will do all the work. Not knowing so those girls don't smoke igbo and loud.
So
those girls have a reward system in their head.
Exactly. Okay. But I feel like, and I feel, because again, in these my sex therapy sessions, a lot of people have come with a lot of different things, right? And just as Precious said, right, there are people that will come and say sex is not as as enjoyable as it used to be before, and they will now start going down memory lane. What was the difference? What do you think that has changed, right? So most times I always tell people, right, don't just relax because of you're not married. I think that is the idea. Like, we are not married, I feel like sometimes there's an environment to these things. All those things that people used to do to make you, to spark up, you take her on dates, you do this, do you understand? I feel like not because of your married, you should reduce on those things. Do you understand? It's important to, even as you're married now, it's important to invest in those things. All those chivalry things that you used to do, the pace that you used to say before sex, the way you speak to her, the things that you do, those flowers, all of those things, it's important. Because I feel like some people go into marriage and then they are not relaxed. She's my wife. At the end of the day, I've won her. Do you understand? Like, I've already won her. So do you understand? She's now mine. To the point where sometimes it's because of all of those things that used to make sex and intimacy very, very enjoyable.
Something
We
you
need
look
to go
forward
back.
to. Something you look forward to.
Exactly,
I get
exactly.
that.
We need to go back to those things.
Oh, I get
We
that.
need to, sir, we need to go back and start thinking what those times, what were things that we would do to set pace, like that both of us will be like, oh my God, if it means to plan itself, like una go dey give una sign, see, omo, if you reach this way, we go dey fire, hot, hot.
Okay,
Do
so
you
but I think
understand?
no, but I also think that with age, a lot of things also change. But Precious, what are your final thoughts?
Yes, so my final thoughts would be try to understand why you want sex at that point in time. Communicate it to your partner. Sometimes a quickie is what you both need at that point in time. Sometimes long, slow, and cuddling and all of that is what you both need. Sometimes hot, 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 hot. So just communicate, and honestly, you will both be fine.
Yeah.
Honestly, Precious, I've said it that you came with an agenda for this topic because I don't understand this your slow, long, one thing. I told you the weather is cold. Don't start what you can't finish. Anyway.
The weather, they affect me.
No, but seriously, anyway, I just feel that again, based on what the conversation was about, I personally think that for both genders, sex would practically mean the same thing for each person, depending on the individual we're speaking. It's an individual thing. And for even an individual, you want sex for different reasons. Physical pleasure, emotional connection, intimacy, whatever. There are different reasons why you want sex. And I also think that sometimes, trust me, even the wives want sex for money in their homes. There are women that would, yes, you sleep with your husband well so that he will give you better money the next day. Do you understand? So really, for different reasons, but it doesn't mean one person's reason or the reason why one person does it is superior or better explained than the other. I think what should happen is people should have conversations regarding sex. Understand why they want it at that time. And I think it would help even this whole sex thing. If both of you are on heat and you want it, then the sex gets very hot, according to Precious. But if it's just for us to cuddle, feel together the same time, you understand? Because sometimes the man wants it hot, and the woman wants slow, steady, and all that. So a conversation will do all that. Chinti. You understand? So, but a woman would want something different. So basically, I think a conversation should be had. And yes, please, people should change the narrative. It is okay for women to want sex for different reasons. There's no particular reason why anybody should want sex. Whatever it is, whatever reason why you want it, it is justified. And it's okay to own it. Say exactly how you feel and why you want it. We'll see you next week, Monday. Bye for now.